This is your daily market recap for Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review, Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. Another interesting choppy, sloppy day. Seems to be getting sold. Little pop at the close. Very interesting. We'll see how it holds up. Overall, again, we're expecting a market pullback near term. How deep, how strong, how wide, I don't know. That's the question, $1 million question. But it's getting very clear to me that there's something coming. It's just a matter of if, not when. Seeing a lot of indicators, again, behind the surface, beneath the surface, whatever you want to call it, showing slowing down pretty quickly too. And now you throw in a few extraneous variables that lead to potentially weakness. Again, if the Feds want people to buy bonds, they need a crisis. That's for damn sure. If they want people to buy bonds. Again, we had another pretty mediocre bond auction today. It's like, all right, well, we'll see what happens here. So again, let's get into the evidence because that's what it's all about. Probability based, define your risk. When your students ready, teach your peers. So if you want a new channel, want to join the Discord room, link description below. Again, check out the Trading Agent, moving the website over some things. It's clearly still working with some folks. But long story short, back to basics education series, more beginner to advanced videos as you go through it. Great educational tool. Again, check out the markets account, getting your 5.4%. Also, too, please, for the love of God, if you have money in brokerages that are going to be potentially going out of business, you know, we talked about, use this link below. It's worth figuring out how to get the platform over there working. It's all good, right? Baby. YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. Again, I appreciate it. Stop, hit the pause button. Not going anywhere. Twitter, yeah, it's getting interesting. The CTAs, overbought just a little bit. A wee little bit. This is what I was looking at too. Temporary held requiring is collapsing. You don't see that very often. Bearishness because of after up November. And again, the CTAs are getting rather bullish. Again, you can get into some of this other stuff that's interesting. But if you have any questions, again, please reach out, here to help. Fed Watch tool, still expecting that May cut. Let's see if it's changed much. It's about the same. So nothing crazy. Bitcoin, tough to say. Is it going to break out or is it about to break down? Again, if Bitcoin does pull back, I don't know if it'll be an absolute slaughtering, but I wouldn't be surprised to see 25,000, something like that. Oil, we talked about showing global growth weakness, even when freaking OPEC talks about cutting, and this is all you get. Something's off. Nat gas, as we talked about, dead in the water right now. Again, it's waiting for the pivot, but this is the question that I'm watching now. We said watch for the 29s in the dollar. Said that, seeing it almost like every day. We filled this gap. What happens down here? That's the key. Dollar weakness could show a lot of things going wrong. Bonds seem to be holding up. Got to give them credit, even with the crapshoot auctions. Like this is how the Feds get people to buy bonds. Stock market liquidity leaves. The VIX, I mean, it's absolute steal down here with everybody going bearish or bullish. Again, I don't know if the first drop is going to be huge, but it's going to be worth positioning for, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Vixen, I mean, I can't remember the last time we closed down this low. Let's zoom out. When is the last time the Vixen closed below 16? It's been a while. Been a while since I around. Yeah, been a while. Vivix, we talked about holding up. You know, we talk about the Vivix wakes up before the VIX. Wakey, eggs and bakey. Looking like it is. SPY. Chopping around, got a little rally at the close. I mean, I don't know. The wicks and the choppiness up here looking real tired. We talked the 455s weeks ago. Like, that would probably be the upside. QQQ, same thing. Kind of little inside day. Really nothing. Really rally at the close. We'll see. IWM continues to lag. I'm telling you, this is not good. This thing should be leading. If you want to see the market higher, you need to see this thing over 181. DIA, in my opinion. Remember, all the people buying calls, holding up pretty well. But this is just another chop range from the past. Gold, got to give it credit. Closing over 2,000. Getting back over there. Holding up really well. I'm just curious if this is chasing at this point. I've said this many times. Long term, again, I've been begging people for the love of God to get your physical, right? We do know this is a big cup and handle on the monthly. Is it ready to break out? It's just easier when the Feds go QE, and we haven't seen them go QE, but maybe someone knows something. Silver holding up pretty well. Again, there's always a pullback in December in the metals. I'll be looking at that. Holding up, watch the 20, because this is where I thought it would be like weeks ago, days ago. Now it's finally getting there. GDX, I mean, finally, again, people are talking about dust. I'm like, we got over the 200-day. Now next area would be somewhere up in the 32s. Back test this trend line. Instead of this could be a head and shoulders bottom. Again, if you wanted dust, you got stopped out. Again, the typical pattern. Again, if this goes against the typical nature of this, is when the market gets crushed. Check out the monthly. Miners get crushed too, because they become a problem with the liquidity. Remember, they have to borrow money if there's credit issues, if there's any like global shock. The miners aren't safe, and that's where it's, again, if I'm wrong here and they go up, tip my hat. Now, again, these things bottomed in October of 2008. Remember, and the actual bottom was in March. Okay. Well, again, if this is the rally, then I'll probably wait. I mean, again, I just don't know how. It's a struggle here because, again, remember what was going on here. The VIX was blowing out. The market was getting dumped. Right? Then the Feds did what? Stopped raising rates. They started cutting. Right? They announced, because Kramer started going, they know nothing. Remember? The whole rate and the banks were starting to flop. We'll see. We'll see again. If I'm late on it, I mean, it's not like I'm worried about it. It's going to be a monster effing move. I mean, you'll be able to play this. Again, I just think there's better opportunities shorting certain names. Magnificent Tech, financials, I think they have just as good upside. Now, again, like if you want to dabble in this stuff, you go right ahead. I mean, I'm good. I mean, definitely some buyers down here. Dallas Buyers Club, watching this area. Again, and am I really, I mean, again, remember this thing reverse split and also, but am I like really that worried? No. I mean, I'm not too concerned about it. Just remember what happens, though. These things, the juniors, especially the juniors. And that's what I really want the risk of, is the juniors, when everything is non-risky. Because that's where it's, I mean, you get the best upside in the juniors. AG holding, we talked about holding the fours. AEM, man, nice move today. Again, I didn't really look at him until I saw this video. I'm like, whoa, that's a big move. Now, be careful. Big green candle sometimes can be tops. Newmont, we said, needed to get up. There you go. I said I wouldn't be surprised if it got the 100-day, 40 area. Here you go. I mean, I don't, just see what happens. This is an important zone. PAAS, man, this thing was only up 4% today. Huh. I guess the average one was 4%. Keep an eye on it. Tech, Taiwan Semi, again, I mean, everybody's dumping their load on Taiwan Semi. Again, I mean, these are the names I don't trust. Micron guided out. They didn't really guide down. They just kind of guided flat. Market sold it, rallied it back. Keep an eye on it. AMDizzle, we talked about the 120s. Stuck. I mean, it seems to be consolidating. NVIDIA, we talked about. Any pop, probably a flop. Intellectual property to the mid 44s. Go check the weekly. It's a tired zone. SMH getting a little yawny up here. Making new lows, breaking the 8-day, getting back under. Adobes, again, closed at the high at the end of the day. Rallied. Keep an eye on it. Not breaking out. Apple, same kind of crap at end of day, just a little bounce, but it's holding the 8-day. Amazon, again, my buddy Sam's like, you can't short Amazon. I'm like, okay, all right, well, we'll see. I mean, buy the rumor, sell the news. So, but keep an eye on it. Again, I watched the 8-day, 10-day. I agree with him on that. I mean, he's got the 9-day, which is basically the average of the both. Keep an eye on it. It looks, I mean, buy rumor, sell the news. CRM, don't need to explain it more than that. Watching Stuck, Guggenheim. Head and shoulders top-ish, right? Head and shoulders top. Meta. Chopping. Microsoft. I mean, we got to give Microsoft credit. I mean, people keep talking about shorting this, and it's like, man, you're not that far from some of these fib extensions. But maybe at any point it could just unload. NDAQ, love the short up here. Love it up here. 55, 56, give yourself time. MicroStrategy, holding up with Bitcoin, but man, you would think this thing would be in like the 530s. It's not. Netflix and chill. We talked about hit a weekly trend line in this area. Notice that it getting tired on the daily. Roblox chopping around. Cool. Netflix or Tesla said be careful because this has the highest short interest of any of the Magnificent Seven, supposedly. Again, you can verify that in your own. Keep an eye on this thing because, again, I think it's popping on the release of their truck which is an absolute piece of crap off-road, supposedly. And you're spending all that money for the looks. Keep an eye on that, because, again, it could be a sell the news. Costco, talked about shorting any major pop on this. Again, nice wick. Starbucks, any pop if you get one, just heading lower. FedEx, talked about the 100-day failing. So far, chopping around at Caterpillar. Would really like a 250 handle, but it seems to have a multi-day range. Nucor rallied last couple days. Keep an eye on that. Look at today. A doji after a big green move. Red alert. Letter X, we talked about them being a buyout target. I would not be shorting this. VALE, global growth name, pop, flop. Arrow, copper, popping. It's been chopping around here. I mean, again, it's due to bounce. CCJ, sorry. Again, everyone's long uranium. That just makes me nervous. That really makes me nervous if something changes. CF, we talked about we love ag. Just let it come in. Mosaic, same thing. Let it come in. NTR, let it come in. Again, they'll flush this baby with the bathwater. I mean, if it doesn't happen, then that's the anomaly, because that's typically what happens. AA, Aeron, check it out. Chopping around. I mean, just going nowhere. XLF, love the short up here. Absolutely love it. Think it makes total sense. Backtesting trend line. Fib extension, or Fib 0.75. Love it. JP Morgan, anywhere in this 153 seems to be stuck. It's just not breaking down like Morgan. Like Morgan Stanley looks like crap. That's good. Bank of America, we talked about the trend line. You're at it. Looks like a good short. Goldman, all over the place today. But again, I mean, it's just a matter of not if, but when. Carry, we talked about junior banks failing at 45. Looking like it's such XBI. You know, a lot of people wanted to get long baby bios. Let's just see. I just, okay. Be careful, right? Be careful. Solar. Good old solar. Han. We talked about government subsidies coming in from the budget passing. Okay, maybe these due for a little bounce as the market chops around. All of these names. ENPH. For solar. Would really like to see that 160 area again. HYG was interesting today because check this out. Not really a ton of volume, but look what we're getting into. Like the fail zone. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Oil. Again, this is the pickle. I mean, oil starts rallying again. Feds can't like that. UNG, it's like, good God. This ETF blows. Leave it alone. Oof, maybe that's the bottom. I don't know. Probably not. XOP, chopping. Chop, chop. Watch the 200-day. I mean, a lot of these names look the same. ExxonMobil, chop, chop. 20-day. We liked MPC on pops for shorts. Look at this. Just pops. Gives it right back at the end of the day. Valero, again, gasoline demand. I think gasoline prices are down for 60 straight days. Something stupid like that. Not 60 straight, but 60 days. Like overall, like that's not good for gasoline. EQT, we talked about this hitting the 44 and failing. And then Flex LNG. Check this out. Heading lower. Something's going on. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. I understand the market's not always easy. If you're not defining a risk, you're just buying short-dated options, you're probably getting blown out, getting screwed over, doing things. So I don't know. Anyway, but when you have a chance, again, take some time, think about what's going on. If you have a question, hit me up on Calendly. Be evidence-based. Define your risk. If you don't like shorting, maybe you don't do anything. But I honestly think there's a big pullback coming. I mean, we're not out of the woods. And again, I've showed people the 1973 chart. Posted it in the last video. Again, I'm sorry I didn't start it with them, but I still think we're not out of the woods yet. If you have any questions, again, about real estate, please don't hesitate to reach out. You know I'm always here for that. And just in general, God bless. Be careful. When in doubt, reach out. Also, make sure you copy your version of the 2024 Stock Traders Almanac. Posted the link in below. Calendar link. Hit me up anytime. All right. Talk to you later.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.